Hiya, welcome to another vlog. I'm still not very good at them, but here we are again. If you want the formula, it's coming really soon, but I'll put the timestamp here anyway because I know some of you just want that and then to go away. Do what you want, do what makes you happy. I'm going to highlight some things I have been sent this week first because they're worth highlighting. The first one is this book. If you follow Lab Beauty Muffin on Instagram, you'll know what a big deal this is to her, but also this is a big deal to a lot of us in the community as well because she really helps debunk all the myths and all the rubbish that's online, and it's such a beautiful book. You can literally open it anywhere and you'll just have beautiful images and diagrams, and it's fantastic and it's packed full of information. I've started reading it already and it's amazing. You need this even if you don't make cosmetics. It's packed full of really useful and interesting information, so go and grab yourself a copy. It's on, I got this from Amazon, but yeah, she's probably got it elsewhere as well, but yeah, just a quick shout out to her. And then I got a surprise package in the post this morning, which I'm going to unbox for you now. You may remember that I did a business chat with a girl called Chrissy from Soapy Bath and Body a little while ago. If you haven't seen that, go and check it out. I'll leave a link above. She was really kind, and because I mentioned that beach soap that I liked so much, she sent me one, which is just the sweetest thing ever. I'm scared to open it because it's so beautifully wrapped, but I'm going to because I want to show you just how amazing it is. So let me grab some scissors and we'll open this up. So here we go, really beautifully wrapped. And look at that. Hasn't she just nailed the colours? They're like, it's sand. It looks like sand. It really looks like sand. I can't get over it. It's one of the best sand and sea soaps I have ever seen. The texture of it, just everything about it, the colours are perfect, and it's like being on a beach, and the scent of it is just, it is like being on a beach. It's just taking me on holiday when I can't go on holiday. So I absolutely adore it. Thank you, Chrissy. That was so kind. If she does sell these again, go grab one. Go look at her website. I'll link it below. Go check out the other soaps that she does because she's really talented. So I'm getting quite a collection now, so this is quite nice. I'm liking all this soap maker's soap. I'm going to have to order some more from other little companies and support them, and order more from Chrissy because this is going to get addictive. Anyway, we had some lawn fitted the other day, so I'm going to go out and water that now. We have to put the sprinklers on just for a little while. I hate using water, but it did rain pretty much since November, so I think we're okay. And then I'm going to come back into the lab and we're going to make that oat and argan hand wash that I promised you at the beginning of this video. So like I said, today we're making an argan and oat hand wash. The last time I made this, I used a different fragrance oil and it thinned out something chronic. So this time I'm making it really thick. However, it stays really thick. So you can either do this formula or you can adjust down the xanthan gum to about half and it should be better. It really will depend on what fragrance you're using, so use this as a basis and then just adjust as necessary. As usual, the formula with percentages and grams is on Patreon, which I will link below. Now, what I'm doing now is doing the usual glycerin and then add xanthan gum to make a slurry. Mix that around. It just helps it hydrate and stops it clumping so much when it hits the water, but it will sort of dissolve over time and smooth out. So if your body wash is a little bit lumpy to begin with, don't worry about that too much. So long as you've created the slurry and mixed that through smoothly in the beginning, it'll be fine. So now we're going to add our water and then stir that to form a gel. And like I said, this is really thick. It's to compensate for what I thought the fragrance oil was going to do. You don't need to add this much. So half the amount that I have put in the formula below, and then just adjust the water to compensate. Next, we want to get our surfactants blended really well together, so I'm going to add them to a separate beaker, and I've got cocamidol propyl betaine as my first one. And the reason we're using this, if I remember on my bit of paper, is that it is an amphoteric surfactant and it's gentle and it balances out the other two and it adds viscosity and lather and bubbles. Next, we're adding another surfactant. This is decyl glucoside. It's non-ionic, gentle, cleansing and foaming, and that's why we're adding that one. And my last surfactant is caprylyl glucoside, which is another non-ionic gentle cleansing surfactant that also acts as a solubilizer for oils and it provides a good lather. And then lastly to this phase, I'm adding glycerol oleate. This is a refatting agent and it will help with the gentle nature of the body wash, and it also helps to lower the surface tension, so it allows the ingredients to combine easier. It also has some skin smoothing effects and it can help to thicken the product, not that we needed it, and it can also be used here as a co-emulsifier. Stir those round until you feel them get really nice and thick and well combined, and then you can add that to your water phase and mix that around until it's really well combined. Don't worry about bubbles, they will disperse over time. Do you see how thick this is now? It almost matches the slime hand wash that I purposely did for Halloween one year. But yeah, this was to compensate for the fragrance. Didn't need to do that. That's just what happens. So anyway, we're going to add phase C now. Technically cool down phase, but we didn't need to heat anything up, so it's just phase C. And we're adding argan oil because it's nourishing and moisturising, and also it's part of the whole Argan Oat Handwash thing, so to not use it would be silly. And then I'm using oat extract. This is moisturising, nourishing and soothing. It's rich in vitamin B3 and B5 proteins and amino acids, and it's soothing and anti-inflammatory. This is the one from Naturally Balmy, and it's the hydroglycerin oat extract, and it's just really lovely. You can see it here. And then I'm also adding Salagard PCG, which is our broad spectrum preservative. It's water soluble and it's really tolerant of a wide pH range and also surfactants, so it is my go-to for this kind of formulation. It's really reliable, it's really easy to use, especially for beginners. And then I'm adding my fragrance oil. I am using pineapple and banana from Craft HQ. Yes, I know it doesn't really go with the Argan Oat theme, but that's what I had to hand. It didn't thin this out, so here we are. You can see how thick it is now as I fill the bottle, and I'll do a little wash test in a minute. The lather and foam is somewhat suppressed because we have used argan oil. If you leave out the oil, you'll find the foam is more, if that makes sense. Science. Anyway, here you go. Argan Oat hand wash in a very haphazard way, but that's just been my week at the moment, so I hope you like it. If you want the formula for it, it's a really nice formula. I've made this a number of times now, just with different fragrance oils. The Patreon formula does come with a method and notes and all the information you need to make it and adjust it, so go for it. Link is below. While I was still rambling on, we cut to a different scene and we're in my workroom and it is a mess, and that's because I'm in the middle of tidying and organising because I need to move everything out of this in order to do my new setup. And here is my new setup. I changed it a bit on IKEA because I realised there were some things I didn't need, and I actually wanted more lab tables than I did work surfaces. So this is the new design, and we're hopefully getting this done at some point in July. So look out for that process. Basically what I've done is remove the big cabinet because I intend to have a baker's rack there, and I've removed the units from the other side so my lab table can go there and in the middle, and then these two portions are exactly the same length now, so I've got just as much work surface for packing and making and then everything else, so it should fit a lot better. So that's about it for this week, bit short and sweet. I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know who I am anymore. Thank you to Chrissy. Go check out Soapy because her stuff's amazing. It really, she deserves some love, so go check her out. I'll leave her links below. And yeah, as usual, I'll see you in the next one. Patreon down below, go sign up because all my formulas are there, and I've got over 50 different exclusive formulas that you can't get elsewhere, along with all the recipes to everything you see on YouTube. And thank you to my VIP patrons, which are all around here. Really appreciate all of you. Thank you for everyone that watches. And there is a spider crawling up my camera lens now, so I'm going to go and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.